Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Brad Adams.
Good afternoon. For those of you who I have not had a chance to meet, I'm Brad Adams. I'm Managing Director with TM Capital and Chairman of this year's Fall Conference. On behalf of the ACG, I'd like to welcome you all to our 8th annual Fall Conference. In keeping with the ACG tradition, we are once again pleased to present you with a fantastic conference that features, one, world-class speakers that are capable of providing information and insights on topics that are timely and relevant to a broad spectrum of professionals, and two, fantastic networking opportunities where you can all develop relationships that will help you get deals done. Today's event will further exemplify this commitment as we have organized an amazing program that will feature an all-star lineup of industry experts who will shed light on some of the recent industry, M&A, and financing trends and opportunities in the healthcare IT sector. It's a sector, obviously, that's received a lot of press lately, given the very public debate surrounding the state of the healthcare in the United States, as well as the federal government's stated role in funding innovation in healthcare IT. However, we're not going to debate the current healthcare legislation, so if you came here looking for a fight, please put away your boxing gloves. We are, however, going to explore how technology is playing a role in shaping the healthcare system and look at some of the innovative companies that are driving this movement. Following our keynote and panel discussion, we're going to kick off our first ever, that's right, you all are part of history, this will be our first ever ACG Private Company Showcase. During this part of the show, 5 executives from leading private healthcare IT companies are going to come present their business and provide examples of how they're using technology to address some of the inefficiencies in today's healthcare system. Finally, to close the day, again in typical ACG fashion, we've organized a fantastic networking program for everyone to mingle and exchange deal ideas. As always, drinks will be served. Before we begin, I'd like to take a minute to thank some people who have worked very hard and been instrumental to making this day happen. First, I'd like to thank the ACG team, specifically Christy, Emily, and Ashley, as well as my colleagues on the planning committee who've worked tirelessly on this effort. In addition, I'd also like to give a special thanks to Brian Cuddy and my colleague and TM Capital's head of healthcare IT investment banking, John Krieger, who both have made substantial contributions to this conference. If everybody could please join me in a round of applause for those individuals. Next, I'd like to thank our sponsors. As you all know, without their support and contributions, this conference would not be possible. First, our gold sponsors. Foley & Lardner is a highly regarded national law firm whose practice areas encompass the full range of legal services, including corporate governance and compliance, securities, mergers and acquisitions, litigation, labor and employment, intellectual property, and IP litigation, as well as tax. For the past 25 years, Silicon Valley Bank has been dedicated to providing global financial services, including treasury management, corporate investment, and international banking services to some of the most innovative and entrepreneurial companies in the technology, life science, and venture capital industries. Both of these groups are long-standing ACG partners, and we truly value their relationships and support. Next, our silver sponsors. Caterano & Company is New England's largest regional full-service CPA, consulting, and wealth management firm, and one of the top 40 CPA firms in the country, providing a suite of comprehensive services, including audit, tax, management and technology consulting, compliance and internal audit, transaction advisory, and wealth management. Harvard Pilgrim Healthcare is one of the nation's leading not-for-profit health plans, having been ranked the #1 commercial health plan in America for the 4th consecutive year by U.S. News and World Report and the National Committee of Quality Insurance. Lastly, I'd like to thank my partners at TM Capital. We are an independent investment banking firm with offices here in Boston, New York, and Atlanta. We provide a full range of services, including M&A advisory, capital raising, and restructuring services to leading companies on a global basis. Finally, our supporting sponsors, the Boston Business Journal, Jack Rabbit, the Castle Group, Mass High Tech, The Deal, and one of my favorites, Preston Productions, who always puts on a great show for us. Please join me in thanking all these sponsors.